Welcome to another episode of Hawk Talks. Last week I spoke on beef tallow and what I think about it. If you haven't seen the episode, make sure to check it out. This week I'm actually going to be talking about the process of auditioning and booking a Disney show. A lot of you have been reaching out saying that you've always wanted to be an actor or you want to get into acting. So I thought this would be really informative for you. When I moved out to LA, I was living on a dream. I had no idea how to act. I had never booked a job before. I had only really done at that time student films for colleges. So I was going in completely blind. Everything is really spread out in LA, and maybe you'll have an audition, maybe two a day. But when I originally auditioned for Rachel, I had four that day. I hadn't eaten, I was hangry. You do not want to mess with me when I'm hangry. And I walked in the audition and I saw like 30 kids there. I knew at that moment I was going to be there for hours. I ended up waiting 2 hours to get into the audition room. I was so hangry, but they called my name and I was excited. So I walked in the casting room with two casting directors, the main casting director and her assistant. I believe I had 6 pages of dialogue to perform. I was in there for 2 minutes. Normally, when a casting director is interested in you, they'll give you some notes and you'll do the scene a couple times. That did not happen. I remember walking to my car being frustrated because I thought I hit all my jokes and I was proud of my work. So it was a little confusing for me. Thankfully, on the drive home, I got a call from my team for a callback. A callback is basically the second phase of auditioning. And in the callback room, they will normally have the director, some producers, maybe some writers, and the original casting directors. So it's a full room. And y'all have to remember, I didn't really get many callbacks. I had never booked a job. So this was a moment for me. I was so nervous. I went in there, I killed it. I found some sort of confidence and performed 3 scenes. After a callback, you'll normally go to another audition called a director's callback, which has the director, writers, producer, casting directors, everybody's there. But since Stuck in the Middle was actually auditioning for a year prior till I was asked to audition, they were trying to get a move on. So I went straight to testing. Testing is the real deal. What it basically means, you and less than a handful of other people are being considered for the part. So what they'll do is they will give you a date and a time, and they'll have some other people who they're considering for the other parts come in, and you'll go in the casting director's room and perform the scenes with the other people so they can see your chemistry together. If you're a kid in Hollywood in the business, you probably know what going to the 21st floor means. Basically, Disney has a building in Hollywood where they have done the testing on the 21st floor for all the Disney shows that you've seen or are watching right now. So when I got that call, that was a moment. I remember going up the elevator, walking out and seeing all these people. They were auditioning Jenna's character, Isaac's, and the parents. I remember being so nervous, but they called me into the casting room, and I originally did the scenes by myself first, and it went well. So they put me back in the waiting room, and through time, they tell you tricks when you're testing. You want to find out who they're considering playing the other characters, and you want to talk to them as much as possible in the waiting room. So you have some type of connection and chemistry with them once you head into the casting room. I ended up testing with Jenna and the parents, Serena and Joe. The testing process went really well for me. I remember being really happy with my work and expecting a call in a week, maybe 2. It was 3 months until I got a call. But when I did, it was life-changing. I remember actually, I was sitting at my dining room table eating Popeyes, and my team called me up and they were like, "Yeah, sorry, they passed on you." Kidding! Getting the call that you booked your first show is one of the best feelings in the world. So if you're thinking about getting into acting and you have any more questions, make sure to leave a comment below and I'll answer you. Also, if you like this topic, let me know because I can make another episode talking about what it was like to shoot the pilot for Stuck in the Middle and how they actually recasted half of the Stuck in the Middle cast. Thanks for watching another episode of Hawk Talks.